Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Twisted video. Today is part 2 of my Twisted Beta 1.20 changelog review and full detail. So today we're going to be worrying about the next parts about the changelog, which is the visual effects, damage, radar and NWS, vehicles, probes, player, lobby, Twisted Lite, miscellaneous, and some other stuff. And those are the final parts of the Twisted changelog. Everything else was covered in part 1. If you didn't watch part 1, I recommend you go watch that video before you head to this one so you know everything I talked about before this video. And I'll let you know, Twisted 1.20 will be releasing tomorrow around whatever time because of it's to be determined. And make sure you hit the like and subscribe button to make sure you don't miss any new uploads because I'm going to try to upload as many videos as possible in my free time. So without further ado, let's hop into today's video. And as always, let's get to it. So we're starting with the visual effects today as the next part. We have the added win visual effects for almost, I think, every player. I don't think it's client side or set or something. They have trees swaying, traffic lights swaying, etc. So when the 20 hours of traffic lights will start swaying around. So yeah, it's the hanging traffic lights, I should say. They add a new rain and hail effects now, different levels of rain and hail intensity, add new types of power flashes, as I'm going to show right here real quick. It is one of my thumbnails, but credit fonts for that. Here is fonts with the picture. I has added some of the sour parts to it. Premieres in 55 minutes. And here is the new power flashes right here in debris. And this picture looks amazing. That's why I used it. Credit him. He's the one who made this image. I just added the words to it. And here is the new power flashes as I'm speaking about. New power lines and stuff for in the game. And more countryside and Great Plain feel. The new power flashes are purple, pink, blue, green, any color you name it. Red, pretty sure, I don't know. But that is power flashes there. Back to the 1.20 changelog. They reworked hail. They reworked the hail and the hail bounces. The hail now bounces more realistically. It might. I think they added it where it can shatter on the ground. I don't know. And then I think that will wrap up visual effects. So we're gonna head down to the damage section, which the two things I'm about to talk about right here at the top. I don't know what those are. So yeah, I'll try to simplify as much as I can. So they added 9 new damage indicators. 3 of them were custom, while 6 are the actual NWS damage indicators. They added MAM, ACT, MHGW, SSC, LIB, and WHB. And they also added the 3 new custom ones. They added SLO, SGB, and CPIS. So I think IB, or is that LB? It's a lowercase l, because if it's IB, if it's LB, I think it might be lower bound. And I don't know some of these damage indicators. I haven't learned damage indicators yet. I'm gonna start learning about them here soon. So yeah, 3 new custom ones. We'll never find out what they actually mean, unless we ask someone. Just to let you know. Then they added new several damage contextuals, which is the damage part where they say more things. Then they added new dynamic anchoring mechanism, so now some foundations to the houses can now include nails, bolts, washers, rebar, etc. Anything that is built in a house as a rebar can be sticking out of the house. Washers. It's not the wash machines, it's not that, it's washers that hold the nails and bolts in. Bolts are visible, which is most houses are built with bolts. Nails as well, if they're old tile houses, like farmhouses. Then they added new debarking mechanisms, which is at a different stages partial debarking of some trees, so it's not always just full. They add extensive automations to damage physics to make sure your game doesn't freeze. And then some of it so, and probably also they fix the damage to just float in the air once the tornado goes through. They added the ability from some structures to be rolled or thrown, which is the mobile homes / RV trailers. And then they added ability for unanchored structures. Some houses sometimes don't have anchors to them, and then they can slide off their foundation if the tornado is weak enough to do that, or if it's strong enough to push it off but weak enough not to destroy it. Then they added new car damage physics. They include damage from dragging, rolling, and lofting. So you can get dragged, you can roll the vehicle, and then it's lofted. Then new player physics, you get dragged into it, and you can get lofted, which is new player damage physics as well. Now we're gonna head over to the radar and the National Weather Service in Hazleton and Hibben. Because it said they completely reworked the radar, because now the radar is now pixelated and represents true accurate values. They added base velocity, which you don't know what base velocity is. I go to the video here in my Discord server. Head over there real quick, and I'll show you what velocity radar is. I didn't set up the velocity part. Oops. Alright, sim my way over there. Alright. So the radar in NWS. So here is the National Weather Service in Hazleton. You got the radar in the background, the big radar dome in the background. There's stairs, so you can possibly climb up to it and view it and examine it, make sure there's nothing wrong with it. And then you got the National Service building right there. It's in there, probably access road. Yeah, it's an access road. Then here's that. Here's inside the National Weather Service building here. You got the computers there. You got the National Service symbol on top. You got computers. You got also big TVs right here. Where all the warnings will be probably activated here if there is warnings out there. You got the convective risk, which is high, marginal slight. And here is the KSWB TV station, channel 7, 24/7 coverage, which is by the Jesse Gilliott, Tofu, Jay Killen, Ben, and all that. They're probably the KSWB TV founders. Then here is the thing I hope this changes, as well as one of the other YouTubers said about this. Hope they change and fluctuate over time, and there's days of the week. Which would be more or less if they add days of the week. And here is the more view of it. You got the satellite dishes all up there. I don't think you can climb it. I don't think you can climb that, but you have a massive, massive tower in the background. But I don't know if this is in the Hazleton Hills, as usual, because it's right there, as you can see. Then here is the new Hazleton, as usual. So let's head over to see if we can get to the velocity radar. So here's the velocity radar, as I was shown. Here's the velocity radar. Here is the tornado. As you can see, there's the massive velocity couplet, the strong winds going towards the radar, and you got very big winds going away from the radar. So this is right next to each other. This is a very deadly tornado heading right for Prior Lake, as you can see. So yeah, as you can see, here's the velocity radar. Then they added 2 new radar starts in Hazleton, and here's the one there's one right there in Hibben. And the Hazleton one is, as I just showed. Then they added noise and less accurate values from further radar sites, which is dead zones now. They added ability to switch between radar sites, so if one radar site goes down, you can switch to the radar site. And then they added ability to switch between that. They added landscape background to the radar site. Now you can, instead of black, I appreciate add maybe a computer screen background. I don't know, we don't know about that. They fixed issues with incorrect / outdated route markers, like if you're 5 miles repeated, but actually it's actually half of it. It's 2.5 miles. They added the new NWS basement, which we probably just showed, which is the warning room. They added a public shelter and conference room to the NWS basement. So public shelter, so if technically if you're in Hazleton on the road and stuff, that you can come to the National Service building and hide in the public shelter to it. Then the NWS info board now works, so the active warning stuff now actually work. They increased the polygon sizes instead of being so small, because every single time it means you have to add more and more warnings at once. They fixed the EIS / warning bugs. And then they also got the new information stuff, I don't know what, and they also got a new track panel. So now here we get to the big part, the vehicle section. They added a new Dominator 3. If you don't know what Dominator 3 is this vehicle right here. It's Dominator 3. And then the next one is the Dow model, a TIV 2 and TIV 1. So here is TIV 2, which is by Jay Killen 03. He is a great builder at that TIV 2. And then here's Dow, the old Dow dish. And this is Doppler on Wheels 6, as you can see right there. License plate Minnesota, I think. And then you also got a TIV 1 in the background, on the far right here. It's one of the newest models made so far. And then you also got the new Charger model, Civic model, and I'll show you right here. Here is the Dodge Charger and the Civic, and then also here's the gas station as well. I was supposed to show on the map. Updates. It's the gas station, and then also in the vehicles it says you can buy regular, premium, or diesel. Diesel cannot go in a Charger or any vehicle. Premium can be premium. It's gonna be the Dodge Charger, or regular is gonna be the Honda Civics and basic vehicles. So diesel is gonna be all the Storm Shades and vehicles. And then the new dynamic fuel system, which includes different gas stations that are randomized in different prices, so technically you can find a gas station very expensive and then one could be very cheap, or in between. Vehicles now require specific fuel, i.e. you can't put, an example, you can't put diesel in a Civic, it has to be a premium or normal, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be, basic, while premium probably gonna go for the Dodge Charger. Premium vehicle performs better than regular chassis improvements. Chassis are being rebuilt in 1.21, improved braking mechanics, and the reworked car spawning, which is gonna be so much better. Probes now display health to them now, and it's because people are saying they just disappear on them, so they don't know what their health is. So now they display a health bar now. Probes now show up in truck beds now, as I'm gonna show you. Here is the truck beds right here that open and close by realistic, and then there you can show in the background. Here's the new doghouse truck right there. Then that is how that works. And then you got player. They added tug over head turn and first person character viewing, which is for the drivers. And as I'll show real quick. Here's the first person of a vehicle with the head turning and everything. Just a quick little view of it. And they're driving, you can see head turn realistic and the vehicle starts shaking. So out of a notification, name tags and chat box will go in cinematic mode, and then clicking player names will open a menu. Lobby and Twisted Lite. Twisted Lite now is for a mobile type, will be decreased and everything. It's in the lobby now, where you can join friends with specific servers. Option lobby to Lite game mode, and Twisted Lite from are optimized for low-end devices. Then data will transfer between both games, which is one of the biggest additions, and that will draw a lot more people in. And now we got the new miscellaneous, which everyone has been requested a lot in most of this. The new dynamic time system has been now added. Sunrise and sunset is now more accurate to reality in a Minnesota June. So Minnesota June, which includes the longest day and shortest nights. So sun won't go down to like 9 p.m., sun won't rise to like 4:30, maybe 5 o'clock. They made also the flashlights brighter, which is they're very dim in 1.19. They reworked the town beacon system and spawn system. Technically, when you join stuff, it's a purple beacon stuff. You gotta pick. I'm pretty sure now there's gonna be a big dot down there. And then you got the spawn system as well. They buffed the darkness at night. Is it darker at night or is it a bit brighter? I'm pretty sure it might be darker. And I think that concludes Twisted 1.20 changelog, and it will be releasing tomorrow, aka July 23rd, Sunday at 2023, but no time will be dated until tomorrow. So we're gonna take a quick montage real quick of this, and here is the tornado crossing the road, and as you can see, there's a vehicle being flung right about now. There it goes. And watch it plummet to the ground. Whee! They get rolled. And here's the house that the person's taken under. This is more realistic here, and you also got the basements as well, which I adore. Because watch, here's the basements, and watch this person. Falls down the stairs. Whee! Right downstairs to go. And also, one point to point out, mezzanettes do move. Is most people's concerns. Like, I saw one part the mezzanettes are moving when they're outside the tornado, and then the other part they're actually on the other side of the tornado, and the mezzanettes aren't moving. Well, to conclude that out of your mind, they exactly do move. It is a setting. If it causes you lag and stuff, I think this mezzanette grows with the wind and direction, which is the most realistic mezzanette's moving ever. So, cause you can see this thing moves and everything. So, it's a setting where you can turn on and off. It's only client side, which is the good part. So, you can technically, it fluctuates with the wind, which is realistic. And then here is the doghouse, Tiv 2, and the vehicle taking it out. Here is the destruction of that building, as I showed in the first part. And watch that thing just get blown up. Then Hazelton Avenue. And I think that will conclude everything. And, well, that's going to conclude everything today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is part 2 of 2. And I'll see you guys next time for, hopefully, the new beginning of an era. A new era of Twisted. I'll see you guys next time, Adventure James. See you guys next time. I'm Adventure James. I'm a YouTuber for Twisted. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.